Today I want to take a close look at the International Harvester Fleetstar in 1/64 scale from Neo Scale Models, a bonneted 3-axle tractor unit based on the 1963 prototype, presented here in black with a separate sleeping compartment. This model was available roughly 5 years ago at a recommended retail price of around €75 across Europe, occasionally a little more depending on the retailer. Today it has essentially disappeared from the market. I checked auctions and online stores while preparing this review, and it simply isn't there. When examples do surface at auction, they go for considerably more than the original retail price, which tells you something about how these Neo models age in terms of collectability. The Neo 1/64 Fleetstar lineup. Neo produced the International Harvester Fleetstar in several 1/64 configurations. There was an earlier release with a red cab and no sleeping compartment, which I covered previously. Today's black version adds the separate sleeper unit. There is also a 2-axle Fleetstar available as part of a combination set with semi-trailers, a model I plan to cover separately in the future. For this review, I've brought out the red cab version alongside the black one, because the differences between them are more extensive than you might expect. That comparison will be the second half of this video. You see it? Packaging. The Fleetstar arrives in the traditional Neo blue cardboard box with a display case inside. The same format used across the entire American truck range in this scale. The same packaging is also used for larger 143 models, such as motorhomes, when they exceed the standard passenger car box size. On the underside of the box, you'll find the full model information. International Harvester Fleetstar F2000D, color black with silver, scale 1/64, along with the catalog number for tracking it down online. The display case carries a duplicate sticker with identical information. The model paint quality is one of Neo's genuine strengths, and this model demonstrates why. The two-tone finish, black body with silver detailing, is cleanly executed with sharp, well-defined separation between colors. Some manufacturers struggle with this, producing smeared or uneven color boundaries. Here the lines are precise and consistent. Construction follows Neo's established formula for this range. The frame is metal. The cab and sleeping compartment are cast in epoxy resin. Attached components are a mix of epoxy and plastic. The wheels, for instance, are plastic. The model is based on a real prototype. While I wasn't able to find a confirming photograph during research, Neo's track record of working from actual vehicles rather than inventing details gives me confidence that the livery and badging are authentic. The interior is painted with seats and door panels picked out in brown. Visibility through the small windows is limited, but the detailing is there. Rather than chrome plating, Neo has used silver paint with an extremely fine grain texture. It reads more like polished aluminum than chrome, and in my view, it's the better choice. Heavy chrome on a scale model can make it look like a toy. The subtler silver keeps things looking purposeful. The radiator grille surround is photo-etched metal, very finely executed. The international badging is clearly legible. Model designation 2000D is present as a separate nameplate, and a small air intake sits on the forward section of the hood. Fuel tanks are thoughtfully detailed. Wheel rims use a two-tone treatment. Black at the center, silver at the rim. The fifth wheel coupling moves freely. One detail worth mentioning: the model carries 2 different license plate styles, reflecting the American practice of the 1960s and 70s when front and rear plates didn't always match. Today, American trucks typically run identical plates, front and rear, so this is a period-accurate touch. The headlights are Neo's characteristic darkened treatment rather than clear plastic. From certain angles, this actually reads more convincingly than transparent lenses. There's a depth to them that clear plastic at this scale sometimes lacks. Turn signals are marked with orange varnish rather than separate transparent parts, which remains a minor missed opportunity. Comparing the two versions, placing the black sleeper cab version next to the red day cab immediately reveals how much these two trucks actually differ. Enough that owning both is genuinely justified rather than redundant. The most obvious difference is the sleeping compartment itself, which the red version lacks entirely. Despite this, both trucks share the same frame length. Beyond the sleeping compartment, the differences accumulate quickly. The frame of the red truck is finished in matte black paint. Black cab version uses a gloss black finish throughout. Wheel rim color follows the cab on each model. Red rims on the red truck, black rims on the black one, while both share the same silver outer rim treatment. fifth wheel coupling differs slightly in shape between the two. Looking closely, the mounting holes in the coupling plate are different. The platform beneath the saddle is photo-etched metal on the black front. On the red version, it's polymer. It sits marginally higher on the frame. The exhaust pipe takes a different form in each truck. The black version has a curved tip. The red one runs straight upward. Storage boxes behind the cab differ in size. The black truck has a box cover the sleeping compartment. Exist on the day cab version. Front bumpers differ in shape as well. The red truck has an additional lower bar element that the black truck doesn't carry. Bumper color also differs. Black on the red truck, silver on the black one, and the angle of installation is slightly different between them. Windshield wipers sit at slightly different heights. Roof-mounted elements, twin horns, clearance lights, mirrors, are identical in shape across both versions. The silver finish reads somewhat differently between them. The red truck's silver has a shinier, more chrome-adjacent quality, while the black truck's silver is softer and more aluminum-like in character. All told, there are enough meaningful differences between these two Fleetstar releases to make them distinct models rather than simple repaints. They complement each other well on a shelf. Final thoughts. The International Harvester Fleetstar from IXO Models is a carefully made replica of a genuinely significant truck, one of the workhorses that defined American long-haul transport in the 1960s. The craftsmanship is precise, the materials are well chosen, and the level of detail at 1/64 scale is impressive without tipping into overstatement. The fact that this model is now essentially unavailable at retail only confirms what NIO's lineup has always suggested. These were made in limited numbers, and the people who bought them when they had the chance made the right call.